The quality of sound coming from a pair of hi-hats ultimately depends on the drummer who is playing them, how he's playing those hi-hats. You can have great cymbals, a well-adjusted hi-hat stand, and a hi-hat clutch adjusted to perfection and still not have a great hi-hat sound if you're not playing them well. A lot of times we can sum up this discussion just with a couple of quick points. Number one, don't close the hats too tight, even if you're going for a closed sound. A lot of times they need just a little bit of breathing room, so you don't want to have your whole leg pressed into it, or you'll get just a super tight, choked out sound that really isn't cool, and it's going to sound better if you give it just a hair of breathing room. Number two, don't play way down the shaft of the stick. If you're hitting the edge of the hi-hat, like even a third of the way up the stick, most likely your sound is going to be a little bit stiff and clumsy. Now that could be what you're going for with that particular groove or that particular sound you're going for. Most of the time though, that's just not very practical. 95% of the time it's not, and it's much easier to play closer to the tip of the stick so you get better rebound, a better feel, and just more smoothness and fluidity on the hi-hat regardless of whether you're playing open or closed. And tip number three, keep in mind that the hi-hat isn't just a timekeeping device. Keep in mind that the hi-hat isn't just a timekeeping device. Most of the time that's what we use it for, but ultimately it's a very expressive instrument capable of a lot of different sounds because of how we can control it with our foot and play on different parts of it with our sticks. Now those first 2 points are technical by nature and are easy, quick adjustments to make. But what about that third point about the expressiveness? Well, that's where today's topic comes in. How can you take a basic groove to the next level simply by adjusting how you play the hi-hat? How can you take any pair of hi-hats and instantly make them sound better? That's coming up. Hey guys, welcome to the channel if you're new, and if you are new, I hope you'll consider subscribing. I hope this video helps you out. So today we're talking about hi-hat stuff. A while back, I think back in February, I posted a video about all the details of how you can adjust your stand and adjust your hi-hats, adjust the clutch and whatnot. And a lot of people found that video really helpful. It was a really simple video, just me demonstrating these little adjustments that you can make. But something I talked less about in that video was actual musical things you can do as you're playing the hi-hat to further take your playing to the next level. And so that's what we want to talk about today. And so I'm going to show some examples of just me taking basic grooves. I'll play it the really basic way first. This basic way isn't necessarily bad. It's just boring. I'm playing it in a way that probably anybody could play it. And I'm just hammering out the hi-hat part. The hi-hat is strictly keeping time. In the part A of each of these examples, the hi-hat is just functioning as a timekeeper. But 99% of times in grooves, it is appropriate to go ahead and make the hi-hat part more interesting, throw in some accents, make it more expressive. Don't keep the hi-hat closed as tightly, don't play it so stiff, loosen up and add some feel to the groove. It's amazing how much, feel, we always talk about feel and pocket and all that stuff. A lot of times really cool musical feel can come from how we're playing the hi-hat. A lot of times really great feeling grooves are hi-hat grooves. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found this interesting or maybe creative or inspiring towards whatever you're working on and you're playing on the hi-hat. I think the hi-hat's really cool. I love playing hi-hat grooves, and I'm always interested in figuring out ways to progress a song and progress a groove just with the hi-hats. Whether I'm playing them tight and stiff, or I'm beginning to loosen them up or play a more linear pattern, I think it's really cool what you can do with one groove, even throughout one song, just playing on the hi-hats. So let me know what you think in the comments. I would love to hear your input. So guys, thanks for watching, and subscribers, thank you so much for watching my videos. If you haven't subscribed, I hope this helped you out, and I hope you've checked out some of my other videos also, which you might also find useful if, like me, you're trying to become a better drummer and you want to do that by finding good practical tips. Even if they're not so glamorous and not so exciting, they're still crucial tips toward becoming a better drummer. That's what I'm all about on this channel, helping you out in your journey to becoming a better drummer. So guys, thank you for watching. I will see you all next week.